The Avengers, superheroes. They're the good guys. That is how the game starts out. You play as a younger Kamala Khan as she visits her heroes on A Day. What is up, guys? This is Joe, and I'm here to review the new Marvel Avengers game. I'll start out by saying I never really read anything of the new Miss Marvel, so when she was announced for this game, I didn't mind. I like the idea of a newer character joining the older ones. I like how the game starts off light and awesome and then turns around when the Avengers lose. 5 years later, A-Day is a reminder that heroes fail and heroes die. The whole A-Day disaster was incredibly insane, yet had its sad moment. I thought it was awesome that early in the game the Avengers fail and split. Kamala was a great character to have for this role of bringing them back together. In the beginning, there was a few times that I was freaking out about something, and then she would too. And as the game progressed, there were a few moments where I agreed with her. This game made me like Kamala a lot. She isn't my favorite character or anything, but she is pretty awesome in my opinion now. The story was amazing. The people you met and fought were surprising. The cameos were also pretty cool. There are so many nerdy references and Easter eggs. It felt like playing an Avengers movie. Now, I had some expectations for each character, and for the most part, it worked out the way I thought. I wanted Thor to play similar to Kratos in God of War, and he did. Not exactly, but still pretty awesome. Thor felt powerful, and using his hammer was always a blast. Now, I wanted Iron Man to play like Anthem. Now, I know that game gets a lot of hate, and honestly, most of it's deserved. But the gameplay and the way the javelin flies, I love. And I was ecstatic when Iron Man didn't play similar, he played better. Then, Cap and Black Widow, I wanted to fight like Arkham, and for the most part, they do. Hulk, I just wanted to beat the crap out of small things and go toe to toe with things his size. So the way these characters played and fought, for the most part, was exactly like I wanted. But let's talk about some negatives. Unfortunately, I had a few bugs. The beginning of the game lagged, which was annoying, but didn't last long. There were also a few times when lips didn't move while a character was speaking. I wish that was it, but it's not. I had a few moments of pretty bad gameplay bugs. One is the Hulk, and the other one is Iron Man. Hulk, I got hit by something, and then I couldn't do anything. I actually had to restart from the checkpoint. The other one, when I was Iron Man, I was getting swarmed and summoned the Hulkbuster. Iron Man just slammed down, but nothing came, and I got attacked and killed a few times for that. Now, the multiplayer. It's not great. Matchmaking takes forever. If you have a crew, then you're kind of good, but if you don't, then you're screwed in a queue that never ends, and regardless, you have to worry about crashing a bit too. While we're talking negatives, we should address the games as a service in the room. Overall, I'm not a fan of microtransactions and full price games. The microtransactions are for cosmetic stuff, but honestly still overpriced. Some characters have decent skins and taunts, and others are at best. Now, usually live service games aren't for me, but honestly I am liking this one. I love Marvel, and they're adding characters and missions in the future for free. Yes, you have to pay for most cosmetics of these characters, but that's cosmetics. You get the missions and characters for free, and you can get a good amount of it by doing the challenges. I also like the fact that if you get the pass for them, you don't have to have a time frame, so you can take as long as you want. Personally, I'm excited to see who they release, and I'm excited for Kate Bishop and Hawkeye and the missions that come with them. Regardless of what you think, vote with your wallet. Now, the loot. It was hit or miss. I liked the abilities that some of them had, like having pin particles. That was really cool, but at the end of the day, I honestly wish it changed your appearance. Instead of having all these cosmetics as just skins, it'd be nice to have these cosmetics as the items, and you can kind of mix and match all these comic book skins together. I personally would have preferred that, and if you still want to have microtransactions, fine, then give us the takedowns and taunts and stuff like that. You can still have your microtransactions, but we could still have a little bit better of a loot system and cosmetic system, but that's just my opinion. Overall, we got a pretty good game. The gameplay is fun and different for each character, and the story was a blast. The voice actors are phenomenal because they got the best in the business. The standout for me was Kamala as a character in general, but my favorite was Bruce Banner, who was voiced by Troy Baker. The way Banner was voiced was fantastic. He was voiced in a such simple yet layered way. On the surface, it might seem timid, but if you know the character, especially by the end of the game, you get it's more out of fear of hurting other people and even more, and you know there's a lot of hurt and emotion there. I love seeing the way they handled the guilt from A-Day. It loosely reminded me of Endgame in a way. The fact that they all failed, but handled it all in different ways, I really like that. Now this game, you have to know what's for you. I love single player campaigns, and I love this story. Multiplayer, I only really play if I have people to play with, and if the gameplay is fun. While the multiplayer is the gameplay and variety of characters is a blast. So for me, this game was a blast. But I do understand why so many people are disappointed. I could not put this game down once I got a hold of it, but that's my thoughts. I want to know your thoughts down below. That's it for today, guys. Stay nerdy, keep binging, and I'll see you next time.